And this is the quick review. And so Algebra 1, we're solving systems of linear equations. And if you recall, there are three basic ways to solve them: by graphing, by substitution, and then this method here, elimination. And if you go to advanced methodology, you can solve using matrices. All right, so solving by elimination. So you have to have the correct first thought here. And the first thought is, am I going to eliminate the x's or am I going to eliminate the y's? And you have to make a choice. And you're going to look at the coefficients to decide. So the x's have a 3 and a 5. You need to get them to be equal and opposite. The y's are a 2 and a negative 3. Again, you got to get them to be equal and opposite. And so I don't know that, there's a big difference, but my choice is going to be to eliminate the y's. One's already positive, the other's already negative, and 2 and 3 are smaller numbers. Okay, so the concept is just like a common denominator. I'm going to multiply this first equation by 3. Now remember, I'm worried about the y's. That's all I worry about. And I'm going to get the y's to be a positive 6y. And then on the bottom, I'll get the blues to be a negative 6y. All right, so let me distribute. So 3 times 3x, 9x. 3 times a positive 2y is a positive 6y. And don't forget to get the other side. Everything on the left, everything on the right by 3. And so that equals 21. Now let's deal with the blue equation. And again, I need to get it to be a negative 6. So I'll multiply it by 2. So 2 times 5x is a 10x. 2 times a negative 3y is a negative 6y. Good, that's what I wanted. And don't forget the other side. And this is a negative 2. Now I'm ready to add up these two equations. I'm just going to add them up. 9x and 10x is a 19x. My y's add up to 0. That's what I want. 21 minus 2 is a 19. And now I can solve for the x. Real easy. I'm just going to divide both sides by 19. And in this scenario, I get x equal 1. Okay, I have one of the values. Now I really have 4 equations to sub the 1 into. I have 4 choices. Usually the originals are the smaller values. So I have x, I'm going to solve for y. I can choose any equation. I'm going to pull off of this first one. And where the x is, I'm going to put in a 1, right? So where the x is now, I sub in this 1. I can go ahead and finish. Let's add a negative 3 to both sides. I get a 4. Let's divide both sides by 2, and I get y equals 2. And don't forget, your final answer is a point of intersection. And so an x-coordinate of 1, a y-coordinate of 2. And if they wanted to know the type of solution, we would say consistent because there's a solution, and independent because it's a single point solution. All right, so elimination. You have to decide, am I going to eliminate the x's? Am I going to eliminate the y's? Get the coefficients to be equal and opposite. Add the two equations. You'll be able to solve then for one of the variables as you eliminated the other one. And then sub in and get the second one. All right, that's the idea.